And the next question is how. This is what I'll be focusing on for the rest of my presentation, and having have taught many capstone project courses before, I'm going to give you my 10 tips on successfully completing your capstone project. Tip number 1 is to find your topic early. Choosing a good topic is very important, and it is the prerequisite for the success of your capstone project. Many students start the capstone project without an idea of what they want to do for their project, and with this, some students get very overwhelmed. But if you're ready by the first week with a solid topic, the entire course will go much smoothly. So in other words, choosing a good topic makes your research more effective, progress quickly, and more enjoyable. Therefore, I encourage you to search for your topic before the course even begins so that you can have a stronger start on the course. And when I ask some students, can you give, who already done the capstone project before, I asked, can you give some tips on how you can better prepare for this? And they said, oh yeah, you need to start early. That's one of the biggest tips that they give to other students. To if there's any kind of implementation, maybe try to work on ahead of time a little bit so that you're prepared when the course starts. Finding a problem, a knowledge gap can be a challenge. Think of the knowledge gap as a missing piece of puzzle. So in research, you will need to focus on finding and filling in that missing piece. And one option is using existing knowledge gaps. So finding an existing problem statement by going through research articles, which I'll be going through in the next slide, and see if you can find some disagreement to their solution. So providing your own solution to an existing problem statement or even enhancing an existing solution is an option that you can take. And I encourage you to read peer-reviewed papers through article search engines such as ACM and IEEE databases. There's also a lot of articles you can see through the CityU library as well as Google Scholar to get some ideas and search for problems that interest you to solve. And note that many of these researches have taken months or even years to complete, and knowing that this is just a 10-week course, a groundbreaking and intensive research result is not expected. But something meaningful on the technologies with the technical contributions, using the knowledge and skills you learn from the courses that you have taken in your program, it make the capstone project strong. And just keep in mind that a vast majority of research takes only a small step forward to solve a larger goal. So here are some other tips on choosing a topic. Choose a topic that you're interested in. Think of what you're passionate about. And if you don't like your topic, you will not enjoy the process. So it's really important you find a topic that you have fun with. Also, try to use time wisely to help you with your future plan after graduation, whether it's your first step into a career, further education, or even within your workplace. And moreover, make sure your topic can be realistically completed within 10 weeks, and that isn't too broad or too narrow. In other words, shape your topic and set goals that are notable but yet feasible, because time goes really fast and 10 weeks will fly by. And so start small and expand as you progress. And ensure the topic is clear and you are able to state your problem statement and solution in a few sentences. If your objectives are not clear, you're going to go all over the place in the direction. Also be able to persuade the readers through your paper and audience through your presentation of the importance of your work with evidence, and clearly deliver your deliverables. No one will know your topic better than you. And many of the audience may not even know about your topic. So it is expected that you describe step by step using visualizations such as comparison charts, figures, graphs, etc. to prove your point. and help the audience easily understand your work in the best way that you can. And note that each week you'll be focusing on a particular section, such as the related work section or the approach section, data collection section, etc. So there will be some more guidance and tips throughout the course in each of the modules. And if you're stuck, please reach out. If you're going to go further and further into the wrong direction, you can get more lost. So ask questions on moneyest points. You can also drop in during the office hour and schedule a meeting with the instructor to discuss about your topic. Additionally, since this is an independent research, sharing your progress and providing feedback to classmates can be very helpful. You can do that in the discussion board rather than just saying good progress or good update. I advise students to provide more in-depth feedback to motivate, encourage, and help one another. Another thing to keep in mind is the final deliverable. In the week 10, what is expected is the final paper, the presentation, and those who have a source code, a GitHub link can be provided on the report and the presentation. Also, as I stated earlier, there's the Applied Research Symposium at the end of the quarter, and it is required for all students in the course to present at this event. So please, if you're taking the course, please mark the last Thursday of week 10 marked on your calendar. And there, at the symposium, there will be a 15-minute presentation that's required and a demo, which is a 2-minute demonstration showing what you have done. And there will also be a 5-minute Q&A session for the audience to ask questions or provide feedback about your work. Also, good effort and time needs to put into each week's progress to complete your capstone project effectively. Be prepared, avoid postponing, use time wisely, using daily to-do list or project management tools. Think of yourself as a project manager, and you control every aspect from choosing the topic and making sure each step of the project is successfully completed. I'm sure most of you are familiar with the policy on late assignments, but please ensure that assignments are submitted on time so that your grades are not affected by it. This is really important because there's a large chunk of your grades for each week's report and presentation. So if it's not submitted on time, and it can affect your grade significantly, so please keep that in mind. And moreover, the avoiding plagiarism is very important, as plagiarism is violating the academic integrity. And if plagiarism is detected, there are violations. So please run your work and your plagiarism detection tool before submitting. And also now we're gonna there's monitoring for the AI, the use of AI as well. So make sure to check that as well. So to conclude, here are the 10 tips that I have for you for your capstone project. I hope that you can get these tips, you find these tips useful for your capstone project. I wish you all the best for your work. Thank you.
Thanks, Yon. Now let's welcome Mr. Sabin Sawai to talk about internship for international students.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear
Yes,
you.
okay, very good. I will start sharing my screen then. I'm Sabine Savai. I'm the director of the International Student Office, and my segment is specifically for students on F1 student visa holders. And just one moment here. All right. So this is about curricular practical training for F1 students. So curricular practical training is an internship that's an integral part of an established curriculum, and it allows F1 students to pursue temporary employment and gain practical experience under academic supervision. In our case, CPT is mainly part-time, which means less than 20 hours per week, except for approved vacation quotas. Now, the internship can be paid or unpaid, and it requires the enrollment in an internship course at regular tuition. Also, to be eligible for CPT, it needs to apply towards the student's degree. So in other words, you must need the 3 credits for your internship course to complete your degree. And the credits cannot be extra, so in addition to the required credits. And the CPT employment dates are aligned with the internship class start and end dates. Now, how are students eligible to apply for CPT? So F1 visa holders need to be a minimum of 1 academic year, which means 3 consecutive full-time quotas in the program. Graduate students need to maintain a minimum GPA of 3.0 and need to maintain full-time enrollment while taking the internship class. Students must secure an internship and obtain an employment letter. And academic authorization is required before the internship can start. For the application steps, the first step is that the student meets with their assigned advisor, and we would recommend to do this as early as possible because you want to make sure that you do not use up all your elective credits for other electives, and then you would not be eligible for CPT again. There will be a CPT form, and students complete the first part of the form and submit it to the academic advisor no later than 1 month before the start of the internship. The academic advisor, so this would be Sima or me, completes the section 2 on the form, returns the signed form to the student, and then the student obtains permission by contacting the designated academic representative for approval. And at that step, the employment letter is also required. And the designated academic representative verifies whether the position meets the standards for the specific internship and for the specific degree, and then forwards the approved CPT form together with the employment letter to the academic advisor. And the academic advisor coordinates the CPT endorsement on the Form I-20 and also the class setup and registration. And once the process is completed, the academic advisor provides the student with a Form I-20 that has an endorsement on page 2, which confirms that the student is eligible to work. And this kind of sounds confusing, but I assure you, once you have the form in hand, it will be pretty straightforward. I think the main tip here is to first talk to your advisor, make sure that you do not use up all the elective credits up front, and then to look for an internship that starts right after the 9 months after you have been in the program so that you are eligible. And I think that's all I had on the CPT process. And I think questions will be at the end, right?
Yes.
Yes, okay, very good.
Thank you, Samin. And
Yep.
now Dr. Samchung will talk about internship.
Thank you.
Can you see my screen?
Not yet.
Okay, so let me see how I can share my screen. Okay, great. And then let's say, how about now?
Yeah, we can see your
Okay,
screen now.
great. Thank you. Just a second. Move here. Okay. Also, can you see me?
Yes.
Okay, great. Thank you. So, thank you for coming here. Let me talk about STC internship and capstone together. Sometimes a student they want to know what is the internship, what is the capstone. Also, people are misunderstanding the internship and capstone. That part I want to talk about that. Also, why internship and capstone? Also, before starting your internship or capstone, what do you have to know? Also, what topics are covered in internship and capstone course? Okay, so let's compare internship and capstone. Internships, your purpose is what? Hands-on experiences. Capstone, evidence-based practices. So you learn the theory, then you want to apply. Because of that, internship is a much more collaboration, competency. You want to earn skills. Capstone, creative thinking. Internship, you have to work with the teams, collaboration. Capstone, you have to get some idea. Usually you have to have a good communication with your advisor. Internship, mainly integrating theory and practices. Capstone, same thing. So you can integrate the theory and practices. Internship, much more focused on presentation. When you have done, you have to present yours to your supervisor. Capstone, you are writing report. It focus on publication. Both internship and capstone need a mentorship. Why? Internship, you are supervised. They may help you have some kind of information or guideline at the workplace. Capstone, of course, also you advise and mentor you about emerging technologies or application system. Internship and capstone, both they are helping you in terms of employability. Many students, they can see internship directly. Yes, if I can do very well, I may get a job. That's why students, they want to take internship. Capstone also, you know what? If you have some good skills, you can be hired. Also, if you have a really good idea, you can start your company. That's employability. Because of that, internship, of course, also it's you have the skill, you get the idea, you can focus on startup company. But many people misunderstand internship and capstone. For example, so you need IT experience or non-IT experience in the USA. If you have IT experience, I don't recommend the internship. But you do not have IT experience in the USA, although you had IT experience out of USA, but we recommend that. Second, it is a credit or no credit. Means many students think internship means internship course. You don't have to. The purpose of the internship is what? Hands-on skills. Because of that, without taking any credit, even you can have an internship or you can be intern. Also, some students say, can I have an internship in my home country? My answer is no. Just domestic in the USA. Also, some students say, oh, internship must be paid. Of course, if you can do that, great. Even if it's not non-paid. For example, some organizations, they cannot pay. Non-paid is no problem. Also, can you work for profit? Usually profit they paid, but non-profit usually not paid. But we buy those experiences at the non-profit organizations. Also, oh, I'm interested in free open source software. Of course, I strongly recommend a lot of free open source software you joined, showed your work. It's a great evidence. Also, sometimes you can use on campus and off campus if you are working as a student worker. Also, assume those jobs as your internship experience. Also, student only focus on internship and capstone separately. I saw the student who did an internship, get the idea, applied those things that they learned to the capstone. Internship plus capstone is a very good combination, combined together very strong. Many students did not focus on presentation or publication. That's why you have come to our School of Technology, STC Applied Research Symposium. Also, some students, even they published their paper, they aimed high at the beginning. Also, you know what? Student clubs, research groups, meetups, or competitions, volunteer work, all those things are also kind of internship. Why? Also mentorship. Your peer even can help each other. Also, you can learn how to operate the organization. Also, many students, oh, internship, okay, certain point I started at. If you do not have enough skill, you cannot do it. Capstone, same thing. If you have a wonderful idea, you don't have a skill, you cannot do it. That's why you are starting this one day one. Also, watch your course of Microsoft Teams. A lot of announcement is going on. So, why internship and capstone is important? Simply speaking, and success. Now, who wanted to get a job? Okay. A lot of students, I saw the common patterns here. I want to share with you. Mentorship. Somebody mentored them. It can be your peer. It can be the club president. It can be your internship supervisor or your program manager or academic advisor. Also, all of them, I had the same pattern. They started a capstone at the day one. Also, they did an internship at a nonprofit. Also, they found the capstone topic from their internship. Also, they presented a conference, some of their ideas. Also, they published the paper. They have industry certifications. Usually, they took the 3 of AWS certification, they got it. They actively involved with the student clubs, research groups, also joined the meetups. They joined the competitions. They had their own study groups. Also, they did a volunteer work. So now, if you look at that, also before starting the UI internship, yes, check the UI prerequisite, always a prerequisite. Okay. Also, find the UI internship sponsor and get the internship offer letter. Also, you have to contact your advisor. All over this internship, you want to learn what is known. That's the usually internship. You go there, then you know the some skills, then you are solving the problem. What is the capstone? Okay, check the prerequisite also. Also, find your research topic academically. We have a wonderful library, ACM and IEEE, especially ACM Digital Library. Also, go there, ACMQ. This magazine talks about what research we need, a problem we need to solve. Looks like a near future, what problem you are going to solve. Also, ACM Computing Survey, this journal also talk about, for example, if you are interested in large language model, who is talking about what problem we have to solve. This is what you are doing in the capstone. That's the why you what is known, what is unknown. You want to reduce the gap. That's the capstone. Also, no matter what, capstone needs your skill. Start the day one. Also, if you have any question, please contact your PM. Let me show the whole structure of your internship. Whole weeks, you can see the weekly internship presentation report. Week one, you start with objective and key results. So you will have your supervisor, you have a meeting, you have to know objective. Yes, results. Then one you have to measure yours. Okay. Also, you can see the burn down chart, Scrum roles, Scrum meetings. You go to the yeah. Somebody, would you turn off the mic? Okay. And then last one is what? Executive summary and public presentation. Simply speaking, internship at the CityU, that's the course. How about your capstone course? Capstone, similar pattern, but you want to identify problem. You have annotated bibliography, also literature review, and then you are doing the introduction, background, the related work. Then go to the last week 10, then abstract and public presentation. So today, so what am I saying here? Now you saw that this internship and capstone. So I invited two students to speak. Actually, one student already took the internship, and then the student got an offer from the internship place. The other student who took the internship, taking the capstone now, both of them, already that student got an offer from a company. Why this kind of thing happen? You can see the common patterns. They did an internship, they did a capstone, they did a club work, they did a publication, many things that I mentioned. Okay, so let me finish this one. Let's give a chance to our student.
Thanks, Sam. And then now will be Julia talking about her experience in internship.
Hello, thank you, Kina. Hi, everybody. My name is Julia, and today I would like to share my experience about my capstone. Can you guys see my screen?
Not yet. Can you check it again?
How about now?
Oh, it's great now.
Okay, thank you. In the winter quarter 2024, I had an opportunity to to work as an internship at Triple T Trading. I'm also currently pursuing the Master of Computer Science at CityU University of Seattle.
Sorry, Julia, can you unmute? We cannot hear you now. Okay.
Okay.
I think she pressed the wrong button, then she will come back. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. So
Sorry.
it's like
Yeah, it's
okay.
coming back.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. I'm not sure when I was muted, but I can just start from the beginning very quickly. I'm currently pursuing the Master of Computer Science at CityU City University of Seattle, and I had the opportunity to work at an internship at Triple T Trading in the winter quarter 2024. The agenda today will include the worksite information, my work profile. I'll share about the skill that I perform at the internship place. Also the benefits of the internship. After that will be the conclusion and Q&A. Triple T Trading is a footwear industry company, was crafted in 1985 with their flagship is Northside, and their product is offered to all gender with a diverse range. About my work profile during the period as an internship at Triple T Trading, I assist the staff member with any IT needs. I also monitored and troubleshoot the electronic data interchange transmission flows as is was a main task of my responsibility. Besides, I contributed to create a database query using Postgres SQL, created automation jobs, and also work closely with the team to monitor the software and hardware maintenance. Here are some technical skills that I applied during performing the internship. Some programming language that I use like Python, scripting language to create the automation job. Also, to create a database, I use Progress SQL. Virtualization, like working with virtual machines. Besides, troubleshooting and updating operating system was a really good skill that I applied to my internship. About electronic data interchange, I did the data mapping and also create and monitor the data connections using some connection method like secure file transfer protocol SFTP. Here are some benefits of the internship that I would like to share today. It was a really good opportunity to gain the industry experience, so I could understand how an organization works. I also was able to test out my career path to see if I can see myself being suitable to work in the information technology field. It's also developed my skill, ability, and knowledge in the computer science field, as well as expanded the professional network. Is also helped to get the job in the future, secure a job, which is the big success that I achieved in my internship, and also updated my resume to make it look better. In conclusion, the internship course was a really experience, as it helped me to have an idea to see what I want to do for my capstone in this quarter. It also demonstrates my ability to solve the real world problem in the IT field, and it's helped me get my foot in the door, prepare myself for my professional career development. Thank you.
Thank you, Julia. Yeah, and now will be Single will talk about his capstone.
Let me share my screen. Hope you hear me and also see the screen.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Let's move this thing. Oh, I can't. All right. I can't move anything. Okay. Okay. My name is Shingo. I am currently in my last quarter of Masters of Computer Science. Yes. Yeah, today I want to share my capstone project. It's ongoing process. I think this is going to be more of like a hybrid of my capstone progress and then also like advices or my thoughts on how you could prepare if you're going to. I mean, you're probably going to take this class eventually, so it'll be a hybrid of those two. So this is my internship project. We call it internship placement system utilizing large language model. We might call it lead internship. And let's see. How do I? Okay. Good. Okay. So this is my agenda. Agenda. So this is week 4, and then these are what we've done so far. So you would have a better idea of what you could expect. So week 1 is basically introduction of the capstone project. And then you basically come up with what kind of jobs you want to work in after your graduation, if it hasn't been decided already. And then based on your jobs, let's say mobile app development or something, or I don't know, cybersecurity, whatever. And then based on those, come up with keywords. And then based on those keywords, you come up brainstorm related technologies, let's say React Native or React or things like that, AI, machine learning, whatever. And then you come up with problem statement, which is basically a question of like what you want to solve or what you want to define, or it's kind of like something that gray area. You kind of want to say, hey, this is what I think based on these papers, kind of thing. So, and a motivation why you want to solve those problems. And in week 2, annotated bibliography. That's hard to say. Basically, you gather all the resources, and then well, not from the internet really, but it's more of like ACM, more of the journals, like the one written by college students, doctors, researchers, all that. Gather about 12 or more than 12 resources, and then you summarize how they're important for you. And then that's also what the literature reviews as well. Week 4, talk about background related work, and then going into how you're going to approach those, how you're going to approach to attack those problems, or the things that you want to define. In week 5, we haven't done that yet. In week 6, there will be data collection. So as you can see, there's a lot to do. And so this is what my problem statement looks like. So my problem statement is, can an internship placement system empowered by a large language model perform better compared to non-large language model empowered internship placement system? So basically, and then there's a reference there, if you can see, but basically what I've seen so far from these journals, millions of them out there, they talk about internship placement system, which means how a system that helps students get internships, or some sort of systems like that. And then all the journals that I've seen so far, they don't implement large language models because this is something more new. So looking at those journals, I'm saying, hey, what if I implement large language model into this internship placement system? Would it be better? So that's my problem statement. I have to basically define that. So my motivations for the problem statement is that students who have completed internships during their university studies are more likely to secure employment after they graduate. It was like 10-20% more. And then also an application empowered by LLM using the LangChain framework can offer personalized and enhanced user experience. So those are kind of a motivation, like, okay, students should have internships, and then, okay, LLM empowered, or LLM can enhance application. So let's put them together and then see what happens, kind of thing. To give you a little bit of background, React Native is basically a framework to develop mobile applications, cross-platform mobile applications for iOS, Android. Large language models are basically OpenAI. Yeah. Okay, so there's a lot here, but related work. So basically, I'm looking at these 3 journals that discuss the internship placement system. And basically, they use the older technologies, multi-page applications on a web app, if you can tell. And then none of these use large language models. And then they were deployed on local servers, basically on their laptops. So I'm basically changing these a little bit to basically compare and then see if it would work, if it would be better, what can we do, kind of things. Yeah, so like I already said it, but this is my approach. I'll be developing a mobile application using ChatGPT API, implement LangChain. We haven't really talked about that, but basically implement LangChain to kind of customize the ChatGPT, basically, more towards like an internship related chatbots. and then compare, and then there'll be comparison happenings, data collections, comparison, analysis, all that stuff, I believe. Here are the key references. I hope I didn't go too fast. So what helped me? So this is my last quarter, and I was pretty overwhelmed with. I've been on the other side hearing, "Oh, you should start early. Capstone is hard. There's a lot of work, whatever." And then this is what, looking back on it, I think helped me was like, well, I did internships, and then through internships, I learned mobile application development a little bit, which I'm applying that skills and technologies to this capstone, so it's easier to implement, move forward, rather than learning from scratch, from nothing to, and then I have experience writing a one-page paper, going to a conference through a research group, and then all the classes really, like I've described, like this quarter is very busy, and then there's not much time to learn new technologies. In my opinion, I'm only taking one class, and then I'm pretty busy, and then get overwhelmed here and there. So they do say start early, and then what it looks like is not, maybe for me, what it looks like is not like start writing the paper like now, but it's more so like start thinking about ideas. You don't have to find one, like you don't have to decide it today, but thinking about an idea, and also like learning technologies here and there, so that when at the last quarter of it, you can apply those technologies, and then looking at papers, kind of come up with your idea, kind of thing. So it's like a chef's, like a lot of ingredients. You can cook whatever you want to, or whatever you can, and spice it up a little bit, and then come up with like a little bit of like a new recipe. I think that's kind of like how I see it. Yeah, I am done. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Singer. Yes, so we now turn to your questions. Anyone have any question?
Before you go, all speakers, would you turn on the camera? Yeah. Yeah, then student, you can ask anybody, or you can put into the chat, then we'll answer. Yeah.
Yes,
Tina,
we
go
have.
ahead. Mhm.
Okay, we have one question from the Hyole from chat. I have a question. Does CPT affect my OPT in any way? Also, what are the chances of the company keeping you after the internship, if that ever happen?
I think the first one, I think Sabine, you can answer. And then second one, Kina, you can answer. No, not Kina. So Julia. Okay, go ahead, Sabine. Yeah. Oh, Sabine, we cannot hear you.
So part-time CPT, or even full-time CPT, if it's only for 3 months, does not impact OPT.
But if they take a pre-OPT instead of a CPT before graduation, it will affect their OPT after graduation. Am I correct, Sabine?
That's correct. If students take part-time OPT instead of CPT to pursue the internship, then the part-time CPT will, the part-time OPT will be deducted from the 12 months. So for example, if you apply for 2 months of part-time OPT, 1 month of full-time OPT will be deducted.
Okay. Then, Julia, what are the choices of the company keeping you after the internship?
The first choice I would say is be straightforward. Be really good, like be ahead of everything during the internship, and show them what's your skill, what you can bring to the company, what you can go further with that. And that's how I got my job offer. And also, if they can't do any job offer for the internship, but having the internship is a really good opportunity, because for a lot of company, like for my friends who had an internship before, they didn't get the job offer, but later when they graduate, they had the interview with the same company, they still have a higher chance to get a job because they previously had the experience with the company.
Thank you. There's the next question for single. Like, when did you start your internship?
I started my internship my fourth quarter. So like the very first quarter for me, I was able to do, right? After 3 quarters, I think you're supposed to be able to do an internship. And that was the quarter that they offered an elective course. So, and that was going to be my second elective. So I jumped on it. As I said, I want to do an internship instead of taking elective. So, yeah.
Okay, so one more question. Is volunteer work for non-profit organization considered for CPT or not? So it means like single take that non-profit organization, so it will be CPT or not?
Yeah, it was,
Oh,
in general, yes, it doesn't really matter whether it's for profit, not for profit, whether it's paid or unpaid. It can all qualify for CPT. Now, students who do not need the credits to graduate, those are the ones who would be applying for part-time OPT for the internship.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
again, with the part-time OPT, this is a lot more flexible, because then you're not taking any class, or you don't have to take a class, right? And so you don't pay for a course, you're not earning credit. So this is not as strict as CPT, which has to really apply towards your degree.
Yes.
Thanks, Sabine.
Mhm.
Thanks, Ingo, as well. And the next question is, what is the difference between this internship course and the internship students get by themselves? Which one is more recommended?
I think international students, they don't have a choice. They have to take it while they are taking course. They can take the internship. They can take a CPT. But if we are doing volunteer work, usually we don't touch them. You are doing something, you are helping some non-profit organization without being paid. Usually we don't touch them. Also, who are the domestic student, also sometimes, some of us students, they even got a full-time job as an internship, okay? Full-time internship. So there is the flexibility. But internship course also you are learning something, because of the much more rigorously you are advisor is watching. Why? I do not send my student to have to use a copy machine or just to brew copy. That cannot be the internship. That's why indirectly I'm watching their work. Also, I want to have a communication with the internship supervisor. Internship supervisor sent the two evaluation form to me, midterm evaluation and also final evaluation. Usually that evaluation, we are asking two questions. There are several questions, but the most important, first, did a student did a great job? Okay, usually they are very nice, excellent. Okay, if your fund is available, do you want to hire? That answer usually different. So if both of them excellent, usually student highly possible they get a 4.0. Even I teach the Julia, hey Julia, if you get an offer, then you'll get a 4.0. Usually I'm encouraging my student. Why? They worked hard, then their supervisor found some job opportunity. Then if they like or they have a chance, usually they are offering. So did I answer your question, Nathan? Okay, that was a Nathan's question. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, Tina, I think we don't have any question.
Yeah. So anyone have any question?
Okay, so we have the 5 minutes left. Then every speaker just one statement. Let's just finish it. Let's just start from Sion. Your last statement.
My last statement is start your capstone early, and that will prepare you for the course. Yeah.
Right? And then Sabine.
My advice is on the same lines. Start to plan for CPT early.
Okay.
And
okay.
if you already use up your electives, don't despair. That's also what optional practical training is for.
Okay, great. Single.
Gotta work hard.
Okay, work hard. Julia.
Always be prepared, being actively improve your skill, and job opportunity will be there for you.
Yes. Okay. They didn't say one thing. Julia and Single, they really search hard. They found the internship. They know when they will take elective course. They searched them. They found them. Even Julia, she found the paid internship. So everybody here, you have the plan. Also, my last statement, very simple. What do you want to do after graduation? Think now. Prepare for now. I want another Steve Jobs here. I want another Amazon company found. Why? If we are doing internship skill, if we are doing Capstone, new idea, I saw a lot of venture company. Thank you. Tina, now you have chance to close this one.
Yeah. Thank you everyone for joining this event today. Have a good one. Have a good weekend as well.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.